Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and information on Path of Exile. First news this week has been, as we expected last week, some more runners-up for the fan art competition on Harvest, and those players actually get a choice of the helmet effects from the list, which if you care you can just check it out. And there's a lot of fan art. You might have seen this already throughout the other weeks, but still, congrats to all those who got something as well. Also always nice from GGG to give something more. And also we got the 3.11.1f full patch notes, which I mean are pretty much the same as they were last time we checked, but still bloom is now applied after exposure, so the game results a lot less intense on the bloom effect, especially in dark areas, which I guess are darker as they should be. Also, there's a bloom slider finally, allowing you to adjust the intensity of the bloom effect from 25 to 130% of the base intensity, so you cannot completely take it off, as they actually explained in one of the panel at ExileCon, but you can reduce it to 25%, which is low enough, I think. 130 if you actually like it a lot and you really want bright things. Also, a lot of areas have been adjusted to be less bright, or like the environments in the areas, I guess, and they reduced the bloom effect from the delve flares. These should fix a little bit of the bloom thing, and hopefully will actually fix it at all. I mean, I find it's much better now, and I think it doesn't require more work on it, but I'm sure there's some people who actually still has some complaints, so we'll see how much resources GG will choose to spend on those. And also we got some harvest statistics, and this time it's about uniques, maps and deadly areas, which is pretty much how it usually goes. And well, there's actually a lot of text and a lot of tabs, but what I'm gonna catch out of this is that Thread of Hope is extremely popular this league, and well, it might be because some of the new keystones that have been added, or it might be because it's actually more reachable than usual, even though it drops from Cirrus. It doesn't really matter because it's on the top for the normals, it's on the top for the hardcore, it's on the top even for the solo self-found ladder, which is actually crazy, and it's second in the solo self-found hardcore. So I mean, even though it's kinda rare, it's so high that it must be really, really strong. Well, only Spreading Rot's taking the first place because most of the build, I guess, are Blight. If you reach level 90 plus, yeah, that's one build that you can definitely use. And these are the top used maps, and 4 of those are actually the starting maps, no surprise. Making an exception for the Promenade, which is a tier 16, but I guess the influx of maps this time is pretty good, and if you want to run a good T16, you definitely run Promenade. Also, as far as the deadly areas go, I mean, the Azurite Mine, it's not really fair to call it a single area by itself, but it's no doubt the place where the people die the most, because, well, it scales infinitely. So eventually people just die to something, and then there's all kinda zones before bosses. So I guess if you die in the Upper Scepter of God, you died to Dominus. If you die in the Feeding Trough, you've died to Kitava. In the Chamber of Innocence, you've died to Innocence. So, you know, all this, except the Karui Fortress, I guess. I think that rather than dying to Tukohama, you die to the normal monsters, because they have like Fire Totem and actually the Scorching Ray Totems, and these archers that rain ice from the sky, and you just got into Act 6, so your resistances might not be as good as they should be, so this zone is actually pretty damn deadly. But yeah, anyway, we also get Path of Exile coming to macOS in September, and that's coming of course with the 3.11, or actually 3.12, sorry, expansion, which GGG cannot announce yet. I guess it's gonna come out soon, but still the game is gonna come out for a version for the Mac as well, and it's gonna be the same as the PC one, so of course you can play with people who play on PC, and well, it's basically just as using Windows. It doesn't change. You can actually use your account on whatever you want, and it's the same server, it's everything, it's the same, so it's pretty good. I mean, why would it be different? That wouldn't make any sense, and so that's something. And finally, we also got the Racing Gauntlet event, community-based, which has started actually yesterday, but it's gonna run for 8 days, so you can actually participate still, if, of course, the league is not full yet, which I'm gonna be surprised about that. But anyway, competing in the league will earn points, and this is done by leveling, by killing bosses, you know, the usual stuff. So if you care about racing and everything, definitely go and check it out. You're probably already into that if you care way too much, but still, there's prizes. Some are actually given by the community and others are given by GGG, so that's pretty cool as well. And well, again, if you really want to be in there, definitely go or follow the link in the description below. Otherwise, I guess that was all for this week, so if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That was all. I've been your host Orzo, and I'll see you guys the next time.